Tom
Here we
Homan.
go.
Tom, where are these leaks coming from?
Well, look, we think it's coming from inside, and we know the first leak of Aurora is under current investigation. We think we identified that person under investigation right now. The California leak, Secretary Noem, you know, she's correct. Some of the information we're receiving tends to lead toward the FBI. But I talked to the Deputy Attorney General all this weekend. They've opened up a criminal investigation, and they
Thank fucking God. Holy shit. Thank God. Finally.
I promised that not only this person lose their job and lose their pension,
treason,
they're going to go to jail. They're going to criminally prosecute.
Fuck them. That's right. Yep. See, that's real accountability. See, that's what I want to see happen. Like, in my opinion, finding the fraud is step one. The last step is putting the people that allowed the fraud to happen in jail. That's what I want to do.
We're all over it. We got the DHS IG investigating the first one. Have a pretty good idea what happened. Can't share a lot because it's under investigation, but the IG is open up a criminal investigation on the second one. We're sending a strong message. It's just not, you know, giving the bad guys a heads up so they can escape apprehension. Right? Arresting, you know, giving, you know, the Venezuela gang a heads up so we can't arrest them. You're putting
100% treason, assisting terrorists and killing Americans. I think that they should pursue the most draconian and the most brutal punishment that they possibly can to set an example. Like, whatever the worst thing is, do that.
There's lives at risk. It's only a matter of time if we walk into a place where there's going to be a bad guy doesn't care. He's going to be sitting and wait for the officers to show up and ambush him. This is not a game. So DHS and DOJ are connected at hip to hold these people responsible in a criminal fashion.
So early indications are this is coming from our own FBI. How certain are you of that?
Information leading to that. Again, I'll let the Department of Justice do their own investigation. But again, I talked to the Deputy Attorney General this week, and they've opened up a criminal investigation. He thinks the information is coming from there also. So we'll let that investigation play out. But some of the leads point that way.
Wow, that's really scary. The idea of, you know, not hiring these 88,000 IRS agents to go after, you know, law-abiding taxpayers and bringing them to the border, how helpful would that be in your mission?
No, we'll put them to work.
FBI is corrupt as fuck. I think there's people that are at the FBI that are corrupt. I don't think the whole institution is. I think that most of the people, like, the truth is that most of the people that work in any job don't really do anything other than probably just do a middle-of-the-road average job at their job. That's most people. So, like, the majority of them aren't doing anything crazy. They're not, like, superheroes. They're not fraudsters. They're just clocking in, getting paid, doing what they like to do, and that's about it.
The law enforcement officers, we can certainly put in work in helping secure some of these at-large operations. They don't have the immigration authority, but they can certainly cover a back door. They can certainly transport. They can certainly help process. The non-criminal IRS agent, they can help us process and do some intelligence and wrap around infrastructure planning. We'll take them. We can use all the help we can get because this is a big operation. So I hope we get some of them. I think President Trump's made it very clear. This is all a government approach because this is a national security vulnerability, our open border, and having all these over 2 million known gotaways. You and I talked about this a lot, Sean, helping us find these people who paid more to get away. Over 2 million. We don't know who they are, where they came from, why they're here, but we need to find those folks. So we'll take every man and woman available to come.
Yeah.
You know, I keep going back to a question, and you have every right to be irritated with me for keep asking it, and this is the scary part of tipping off the enemy, because you're right, they'll lie in wait, and the element of surprise will be removed from those brave agents that are
well, then they just blow you up, right? I mean, because if they know you're coming, they can just put explosives where they know you're going to go, and then they just blow them up. I mean, that's really what's going on. I mean, like, obviously, I mean, if you were one of these cartel or like terrorists, gang members. Like, isn't that what you would do? Like, of course it is, right? And you would also hide all the evidence, get rid of everything. Yeah, trip the entrances. Yeah, of course.
Find, but the people in this country that don't belong here, but among them are known murderers and rapists and terrorists and cartel members and gang members. This is not an easy lift to begin with. And you've expressed confidence that you'll find them all. And the question is, how quickly do you think we can find them all?
Well, sanctuary cities, you know, they're putting up every roadblock possible. You know, rather than arresting the bad guy in the county jail, it takes one agent to arrest a bad guy when they gets arrested and put in the county jail. We got to send the whole team to the neighborhood. So it's going to be, it's very difficult in sanctuary cities, but we're going to keep coming. What are we doing about sanctuary cities? I'm going to double the manpower in those sanctuary cities. Sanctuary cities, if we can't get them in their homes, we'll get them in a place of employment. We're going to have large-scale work site enforcement operation. So we're going to send more resources. We're not going to stop. We're going to keep coming. We're going to keep coming with more. We're going to increase the targeting in those cities.
Yeah, thank God. I mean, I've been waiting on this for a bit.
We're going to give full steam ahead on sanctuary cities. Sanctuary cities are becoming the priority. Why? Because they're protecting public safety threats and national security threats. So we're going to double the manpower. We're going to double operations. We're going to double targeting. We're coming full bore, and they're not going to stop us. I'm taking this seriously. I don't sleep well at night because I'm afraid of the people that are walking the streets here every day because sanctuary cities are protecting them. Sanctuary cities are sanctuaries for criminals. Bottom line. So we're going to do everything we can.
Thank fucking God. True, true, true. Yep, this guy's great to see every time. Yeah, I like how I like how matter of fact he is with everything. So many families have been broken apart. Yeah, I mean, of course, right? I mean, like, well, the thing is that, like, you got to look at it from the perspective of, like, if a family gets broken apart whenever they get deported, there's also families that get broken apart when somebody is, like, a victim of, like, one of these criminals, or they're a victim of the drugs that are being brought into the country. There are a lot of cases where that happens. So, like, I feel like, to me, it's a womp-womp situation. It is. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't, because they shouldn't be here. They knew what the risk was coming here, and they do it anyway. Yeah, it's like if you commit a crime, it's not like you don't get to, it's not like you don't have to go to jail if, like, you have a kid. That's not how it works.
To find them, regardless of what it takes. We got a strong president in the White House that's giving us all the authority we need. We're coming.
I give mercy to people in the country.
I've been saying it for years. They are aiding and abetting in the law breaking, and frankly, all of them that protect these criminals, and those criminals that go on to commit violent crime, murder, rape against Americans, they have blood on their hands. There's no other way to put it. Tom Homan, we will continue to update our audience on this. It's
this guy's
too important
ruthless.
what you're doing. We appreciate you.
I don't even think he's ruthless. I just think he's reasonable. Like, honestly, I think a lot of this stuff he says isn't really crazy at all. You're viewing immigrants as killing machines now. There's more killings done by Americans. I'm sure school shootings on their own is more. I think you're completely right. But the correct amount of killings that should be done by illegal immigrants is 0. Because there shouldn't be any illegal immigrants. It's an unforced error. So, yeah, you're right. There's a lot of crime that happens here on its own. But isn't that an even better argument to say that's why we don't need any extra people here causing even more problems? They shouldn't be here. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, it's a complete unforced error. I mean, I understand, like, this might work. Like, I don't know why, like, dumbest argument, chatter. I don't think it's a very good argument either. I see the argument made a lot, but I don't really see how people... I mean, I guess actually, you know what? I mean, most people are agreeing with this. So the fact is that, yes, actually, in fact, most people do agree with it. The mic drop great logic. Yeah, exactly. How many illegal immigrants is enough? You should not kick people out who were here for 15 years. Really? Because I think you should. I think we get them out. Why 15? Because the thing is that if you have like a, you know, basically like a cool down period of this, what you do is you incentivize people to hide more. And then you incentivize more people to stay there and do it anyway, because you've just created an incentive program. So no, there isn't like a, oh, if you've been here for this much time, you're somehow in there. You somehow get citizenship. It's ridiculous. 15 years and still not legal and paying taxes. Yeah, I mean, like, what is this? You broke the law for 15 years. That's worse. Yeah. As long as they work and pay taxes, what's the issue? In a lot of cases, they don't. And in some cases, they bring their family here. Some of their families are here. And also, like, you have money that's being spent on it. And I mean, I'm sure that, like, you can make the argument that some people that are here are effectively not doing it. They're taking jobs. Yeah, they are taking jobs too. And like, if you're having an illegal immigrant do the job, well, then you're doing two things, right? You're either keeping, you're basically keeping what the closest thing to slave labor is on life support because you're unwilling to innovate your business to be more future-proof. And you're also taking those jobs away from citizens that are here. And also, yeah, good point. Where do they live? Well, they live in houses. Well, okay, well, we have people that don't have houses that are in the country now. Well, what the fuck? Like, I mean, it's just, this is not even a question. I'm about DACA, people have valid work permits. I think that nobody has a problem with people that have work permits to come into the country and work temporarily. I think everybody is okay with that. I mean, maybe some people aren't. I mean, I'm sure some people are not okay with it. But I mean, overall, I think everybody, yeah, that's a permit. Obviously that's fine. I wouldn't say no one. No, you're right. There's definitely not a no one situation. But I think that it's very, what do you call it? It's very uncommon that people are okay with that. And so, yeah,